Welcome to What If the Hokage debriefed Naruto after the Mizuki incident, Part 0. This is going to be mostly exposition, so if you want the story, please wait for Part 1 to come out. Now we start off in the Hokage's office the morning afterwards. He congratulates Naruto on becoming a Genin and tells him to stay quiet about the incident previous night as they are still trying to determine who Mizuki was working for. The Hokage confirms that what he said about the Kyubey was true, and when Naruto asked why he was never told about this, the Hokage said he didn't have a choice. The Hokage is the military leader of Konoha. He's not the ruler. The village council has the right for civilians. And even though Hokage has the biggest vote in the council, he was overruled. So he had to wait for Naruto to graduate the academy in order to fall under his jurisdiction, and he could tell his adopted grandson about his burden. Afterwards, he starts talking about the Jinchuriki, the total of 9-tailed beasts that are out there, and how some Jinchuriki actually do have a good relationship with their tailed beasts, such as the ones in Kuma, lightning, and he also mentions that a seal master, which we know is Jiraiya, has said that the fourth sealing of the Kyubi had injured the tailed beast, and that is why it's been quiet all this time, because it's recovering from that injury. This is kind of a foreshadowing of the yin-yang thing we find out in Shippuden. Next we have him asking Naruto about the jutsu he learned, the Shadow Clone Jutsu, and telling him that there's a reason it was forbidden. When Naruto panics, thinking that he was going to die because of the jutsu, Sarutobi laughs and tells him that it's not that type of jutsu. The Shadow Clone Jutsu is forbidden because of its danger to Konoha. See, unlike other clone jutsu, the Shadow Clone Jutsu transfers memories back to the original when it's dispelled. This is an invaluable resource to Konoha for information gathering and espionage. But this is only true as long as it's a secret from the other ninja villages. That's why it's restricted to Anbu and other high-ranking Jonin to prevent it from falling into enemy hands. Naruto is very happy to be trusted with this very big secret, and Sarutobi mentions that he never doubts Naruto's loyalty to the village. He then goes, now for punishment for stealing the Scroll of Sealing, you're going to have to be Iruka's assistant for 1 year. Naruto is naturally very downtrodden for finally graduating the academy, only to be stuck out of the place. When Sarutobi quietly muses, well, if only you had a way to be in two places at once. When Naruto understands, Sarutobi makes him create a shadow clone to deliver a message to Iruka explaining the situation. This is the Hokage's clever way of getting Naruto to actually study for once, as now he's going to have to grade papers and thus know things not only from Iruka but from the other students in the academy. Before he sends the message out, he has the clone make 9 more copies, which causes Naruto to question why he didn't have him make 10 to start with. Sarutobi explains that shadow clones evenly split the chakra from the original. When the blank looks of all the Naruto and his clones, Sarutobi quickly writes down on the sheet to Iruka to make sure Naruto understands fractions in the future. As the original goes off to the hospital, as the first copy goes back to the hospital to see Iruka, the other 9 are shown the leaf floating technique. I'm not sure if he actually paid attention in the academy to that little chakra control exercise or not, but he teaches these clones and has them go off to Training Ground 17, just random number, and they start practicing that for the rest of the day. Because next to book smarts, chakra control is Naruto's weakest subject. Afterwards, Sarutobi asks Naruto why he thought he gave him the orange jumpsuit that Naruto wears all the time. Naruto quickly explains because orange is awesome. Sarutobi laughs at the naive answer before explaining, it is quite difficult to pull a prank when you're wearing a brightly colored jumpsuit for everyone to see. by wearing something so eye-catching, you're actually working on stealth training, much the way wearing weights helps someone with strength training. There's actually a very prominent Jonin that does both at the same time. Sarutobi shivers at the thought of Mike Guy in his green spandex, and how brutally effective he is at stealth when he's wearing something less eye-catching. At the thought, Sarutobi makes Naruto make another clone to go downstairs to collect some training weights for Naruto to use. While the clone's gone, Sarutobi starts working on paperwork, which causes Naruto to ask why the Hokage doesn't use the shadow clones himself for the task. Sarutobi says that, as you're quick to remind me, I'm an old man. And as a shinobi gets older, not only do their chakra reserves go down, but their chakra recovery decreases substantially. He could make shadow clones do his paperwork very quickly like he did in his youth, but then he'd be out of chakra for most of the day. And the Hokage's first priority is protecting the village, and being without chakra would be against that design, that duty. And Naruto is quickly awestruck by the dedication of the position he's sought after all his life. Just after the clone comes back with the weights that Naruto puts on, there's a disturbance in the office, as the Hokage's grandson, Colonel Habaru, I think I'm saying that right, tries his attempt at the Hokage's life, failing miserably and running off with Naruto in pursuit. Before Ebisu can follow as well, the Hokage stops him and suggests that Ebisu become Naruto's teacher, or more specifically, Naruto's shadow clone teacher, as the real Naruto is going to be assigned a Genin squad. Ebisu is quite against this, knowing Naruto's reputation and the QB in him, in which Sarutobi tells him there's a second S-rank secret associated with Naruto, his parentage. See, anyone in the older generation is well aware, can easily connect the dots between Naruto and his father. And the reason that Naruto is so successful at pulling pranks in a ninja village is because so many of those ninja, including Anbu, are respective of Naruto's father, and thus let him have his way. And even the owner of Ikuraku Robins knows that Minato was Naruto's dad. Emisu is changed his tune, realizing that now he's getting the opportunity to train two descendants of Hokage. We go back and he follows the rest, and we have the whole Ebisu harem jutsu scene, but following which, he explains that Naruto is going to send his shadow clone to him instead of the Hokage from now on, and goes past the point of going over what jutsus Naruto knows. When finding out that Naruto doesn't know how to use the clone jutsu but can use the transformation jutsu, he's confused, as they both require similar amounts of chakra control. Having Naruto perform the transformation jutsu, he finds out that he's actually using the Kage Hedge no Jutsu, a solid transformation. Although it's not unique in the shinobi world, as the Inara clan, Kiba's clan, uses similar solid transformations in their combat techniques, it's still rare enough that most shinobi won't consider it a possibility, leaving him a very good chance of being an espionage specialist. And now Naruto, knowing that he has two A-rank jutsus, he has a new idea about how he's going to train. Whereas Ebisu Sensei, is going to have him focus on his chakra control and gain those three initial jutsus down that he was able to do due to his poor chakra control. And that's where we're going to leave you now. In part 1, we're going to start off with the team assignments. Have a good day.